One quick and easy way to protect yourself from malicious hackers is to install security software such as Norton or AVG and run computer scans daily.
Gatlinburg tourism is thriving with new attractions and new technology and games like Riley, the Rubik's Cube maker.
Not only do students have mixed feelings about whether or not minimum wage should be increased or not, but experts are undecided as well.
The freedom of speech panelists were able to keep the discussion peaceful and encourage open-mindedness. Back to you, Justin and Beverly. Once inside the stadium, the drumline entertains fans with drum cadences like this.
Tourism is a major part for any city, but for the city of Gatlinburg, it is the source of most of their income. After the 2016 wildfires that shut down the city, the thought of recovery seemed impossible. But for Public Relations Manager for the Gatlinburg Visitors Bureau, Marcy Claude, this is when the city officials wanted to remind the public that the city will be back and better than ever.
The town was only closed for 12 days. So when we reopened, everyone was, waiting and ready, and we were working very hard to send the message that Gatlinburg, as you remember it, from Ober Gatlinburg to Ripley's Aquarium, all the way out to the arts and crafts community, is all still there, and we're open for business and ready for visitors.
It is estimated that the city lost close to $19 million during the first month after the fires, and a close to 37% drop in tourism revenue in December. But even with that, the city still managed to make more money in 2016 than they did the previous year.
In Gatlinburg, tourism is thriving with new attractions and new technology and games like Riley, the Rubik's Cube maker.
Ripley's Aquarium, the heart of the city, made it through the fire untouched thanks to what Ripley's Entertainment Regional Manager Ryan Desir calls pre-planning.
Ripley's Aquarium is built like a fortress. It's built with redundant systems. We have HEPA filters in place. It really is the safest building in the city of Gatlinburg. There's no question about that.
And for Marcy, the city's history is what will always bring people back.
Gatlinburg is that destination that people have been coming to for generations. And so it's embedded in their memories, and they want to support us, and we just had an overwhelming response to our needs, and now the best way you can support Gatlinburg is come back for a visit.
And even after the devastating fires, the strength of Gatlinburg is still soaring to new levels. Reporting with UT Today, I'm Cameron Roulette.
Even though I had a job in high school, college is a lot different.
For student workers like Sarah Mellinson, the added stress of having a job while in school can be too much sometimes for not enough money.
I have 17 credit hours I'm doing, so on top of that, with having to work about 12 hours to 14 hours a week, it just takes a lot of time out of studying that I wish I had.
And the feeling for students on campus about minimum wage is mixed, with some being pro-increase.
Well, I believe that minimum wage should be increased because the workers that are getting minimum wage, they're at the bottom of the pyramid. Without the bottom of the pyramid, you can't support the top.
And some being against increase.
I'm against increasing minimum wage predominantly because certain service industries, particularly fast food companies, their customer service is very lackluster.
Not only do students have mixed feelings about whether or not minimum wage should be increased or not, but experts are undecided as well. Dr. Matthew Murray, director of the Howard Baker Center, believes that minimum wage is a tough thing to change, and as an economist himself, he knows exactly why.
The proponents are arguing for higher minimum wage because it will benefit large numbers of workers, millions and millions of workers. The opponents of the minimum wage, on the other hand, say that a higher minimum wage is going to cause employers to lay workers off and not hire.
The debate in Tennessee is still up for discussion on whether or not minimum wage should be increased. But until then, for Sarah, the struggles will still continue.
I have to work a lot more than I would like to. Especially that means giving up my weekends, where as a freshman, sometimes I would like to go and have fun, but I can't because I have to be working in order to make just enough to live off of.
Whatever happens, change won't be easy. Reporting with UT Today, I'm Cameron Roulette.
Featuring just over 350 marchers every year, the Pride of the Southland Marching Band is crucial to the Tennessee game day experience. Created almost 150 years ago as an Army band with only 30 members, the Pride has continued to represent the university with class and rich traditions. Marching band director Don Ryder says that the Pride of Southland traditions are what separates them from most other college bands.
Rocky Top and Circle Drill and many of these great traditions that are just not, they're unique, but they're not copied anywhere else because they're unique to Tennessee.
The Pride begins game day with the close to 1 mile march to the stadium while playing some of the school's songs for fans all over campus, right before stopping to play under the new pedestrian bridge for fans watching. Once inside the stadium, the drumline entertains fans with drum cadences like this. A widely known tradition of the band is the opening of the tee because of the excitement it brings to the team and anticipation it brings for the fans. But the Pride doesn't just stop there. They also play at volleyball and basketball games to be a supporter for all sports. With so much rich tradition and history, there's no wonder that the Pride of Southland Band is a staple for the University of Tennessee. Reporting with UT Today, I'm Cameron Rolette. Upon graduation this May, Morgan plans to coach an all-star cheerleading program here in Knoxville and continue building a career out of the sport. I just thought that was a really awesome story. I love to see cheerleaders and all those just get so hype about being involved. The contract was signed with JLL and could affect close to 3,000 workers statewide. The legalization of marijuana warrants a spectrum of opinions, and for millennials throughout the country and for the students at the University of Tennessee. UT Today reporter Ashley Sharp has an in-depth look at how students in the state are reacting.